Hello, hello, hello. Bear with me for just 1 second, guys. I've got one minor thing I need to do that I forgot to do, so bear with me. Come on, there we go. Okay, there we go, there we go, there we go. How is everybody doing today? Hopefully you all are doing really, really good. I've been having a great day myself. Really sets the mood. Hey, Tiffy. Okay, cool, so she's talking there. Hopefully you guys can hear me. Hopefully you guys are seeing really good. Tabby, okay, yeah, the best night ever. Spartan's here too. Welcome, Spartan. As always, everybody, I do have Hellfire on the mic with me. Go ahead and say hello, Hellfire. Hellfire? Well, I had Hellfire on the on here, guys. Nope, hold on. I know what I did. Bear with me for just a moment, guys. I had Hellfire, but bear with me. Come on. Are you there, Hellfire?
Yeah, I'm here. Can you hear me?
Okay, there we go. I had to get you activated. Sorry. I apologize, ladies and gentlemen. Now I can go ahead and say hello, Hellfire.
Hello, Hellfire.
Okay, that works too. Okay, so minor snafu, guys. Minor snafu. I've been doing some editing to everything. As you can see, I got the new camera and stuff like that. So I've been trying to do some tweaks and stuff here and there. Let's see. I'm so sad. I have to go. Day has gone fantastic. That's great. That's great. Did you cast the wrong summoning spell for Hellfire? Yes, I cast the wrong spell. I cast the video portion, but I didn't cast the audio portion. I have him here. I didn't evoke the audio, so now I have him evoked 100%. He is here with us, ladies and gentlemen. Of course, Tabitha with the humor there, ladies and gentlemen. But I love it. I love it, Tabitha. I love it. Hold on 1 second. So, Hellfire helped me with a little bit today. We got something that we're going to be showing you guys in just a few minutes for some of our video stuff. So, got a little interesting stuff for you. Wouldn't you say, Hellfire?
It's interesting. I haven't got to see some of the final touches that you put on it, so I'm excited to see that for the first time.
Well, with the final touches, it's rough, guys. It's super, super rough. I rushed this video. What normally would take me about a day to 2 days to edit literally, it took me 15 minutes worth of editing. So this is super rough for what I'm going to show you. Real quick, however, guys, I am going to, maybe not. It is not working for some reason. Every single time I go to do it, bear with me, guys. I am going to shout some of you guys out real quick. First of all, I will shout out Hellfire, as always, since he is on the mic with me. So right now it's going to pop up Hellfire right there, ladies and gentlemen. Let's go ahead and get a shout out to some more of you guys real quick. And get the shout outs out of the way and move on. Hellfire's being very ominous in that video. Throw one out to Pallet and Baz. Throw one out to Tabitha. Throw one out to Spartan. And then one out to Leather Rebel. Now, while we got these going right there, that right there is Pallet and Baz, guys. Definitely check these people out if you haven't already. They're some of my favorite friends. I'm pretty sure there's a bunch of you in there. I don't know if you're here, so it's hard for me to shout you out if I don't know you here. Other people in here that I can't shout out. John Blitz, guys. He's not a streamer yet, but he's gonna be a streamer, so he doesn't have any clips for me to show off. There we go, right there. Oh, look at that. It's a Leather Rebel and Tabitha shout out right there in one. 2 in 1, guys. 2-1. Even though Leather Rebel's got a video coming up, you have the Sisters of Steel right there. One of their earlier clips when they were streaming together, ladies and gentlemen. So definitely check them out. They're playing Cuphead right there. Double Trouble. Exactly. Double Trouble. And here comes Leathers. Here's Leathers. Leathers rocking the Call of Duty there. Another shout out I want to give is to Monk252, one of my in real life buddies. He's not a streamer yet. Maybe somewhere down the road I can get him into streaming. So he doesn't have no clips, so I can't give actual shout outs. So I'm gonna give him a verbal shout out so that way he knows he means a lot to me. So that way, props to Monk for being here. He's one of my favorite best friends. He's like a little brother I didn't have. So I definitely want to throw that out there. Will you be on in 2 hours? More than likely, John, I should still be here in 2 hours. I should be here in 2 hours. Anyway, with all the shout outs out of the way, if I didn't shout you out, it's because I don't know that you're here. If you make your presence known in the chat, then I will give you a shout out. Even if you're a newcomer and I don't know who you are, and you shout out, you actually chat in the you do some chatting in the chat box, I will see you and I'll be able to give you a nice shout out. But until I see you chatting in the chat box, I can't shout you out. But anyway, okay, lunch break soon. Okay, take it easy, John. Thank you for being here. Now that all the rigmarole is out of the way, let's go ahead and get this video out of the way. Oh, real quick, I had somebody message me earlier this morning. They're talking about how I'm always telling people about the microphone with the voice changing in there, and they're like, well, you know that they make software for it, that you don't need to buy the microphone, this, that, and the other, and they're trying to advertise me on voice mod or MorphX. But real quick, guys, Hellfire, how long have I been preaching about voice mod and MorphX?
Oh, years.
Right.
I probably could narrow down an exact date, but it's been years.
Yeah. So I preach about it. Yes, I have voice mod, ladies and gentlemen. I've had it for a while, as you hear Hellfire said. We've been playing around with it just to show you. See, Tabitha uses it. Ivory Gale uses it. So they use voice mod more than I do. I have it in there for the moments when I feel like it's actually humorous. So I don't ever really have time to use it. I do have it set up. Let me go ahead and get it going there. Hopefully you can hear me. I don't know if it's coming across yet or not, because it's been so long since I've used it. Ladies and gentlemen, bear with me so I can see if I've got it going. I'm not watching myself, so give me just a second. I'm loading myself up. There we go. So yeah, as I said, I don't know what's showing up because it's been a while since I did my settings and stuff, so I don't know if my settings are... So yeah, as I said, I don't know what's showing up because it's been a while since it's not showing up. Now, guys, it should be showing up any minute. Now, you're going to hear a slight echo because, of course, I'm streaming. Nope, it's still not showing up. Okay, it should now, definitely. I got so many buttons, guys. I got so many buttons here. Just a bunch of retros, yeah. Okay, it's still not showing up.
Ominous over there.
It is sounding ominous. It's not working. I do have it set up, guys. I promise you, I have it set up. I'll go ahead and show you. I do have it set up. But for some reason, it's not working, and I don't know why. But whatever. I do have it set. But I just want to let people know that I do have a voice changer. Not a big deal. Anyway, let's get back to the show. Whoa, slow down. I know, right? Slow down. Definitely. Yeah, I've been hyper all day, guys, so bear with me. I've been all over the place. There's Hellfire with the ominous in there. But anyway, we're going to go ahead and get started with the video. Here it goes. So here we have our ominous chair. Right now, supposedly, guys, this chair is haunted by the spirit of Abraham Lincoln. You know, it's said that if you start talking about him, usually things were supposed to happen. So right now we're just waiting to see if something were to happen. I don't know what's going to happen. So pretty much it's just one of those things that you never know what. Oh, wait. Michael, did you see that? What was that? What was that? Oh my God, what was that? It's a ghost, guys. Ghost of Abraham Lincoln is pulling the chair. Hello, your good pal Retro here. Right now you're watching a pre-recorded film that we're going to make for you to do some explaining as far as me and a few different things for faked videos for ghosts. What you see right now outside, of course, is myself with what looks like to be a very ominous chair. So what we're going to do here is show you how the ghost chairs move. Basically, to explain this to you guys, most times with a chair, when you move a chair, you're usually going to move it from holding it to the back of the chair and pushing forward. Put it here, but you're going to move it forward, okay? Or the other way that you're going to move it is usually from here, and you're going to pull it this way. You never pull a chair from here. Anybody that's going to move a chair, whether you're a ghost or an actual living person, because a ghost was once a living person, and common instinct is to move a chair from here or here, never from here. You'll never see anybody, even the living, move a chair. So if a ghost was once living, why are they going to move it with the legs? Okay, so when you move it forward, it's going to go straight. It always moves straight, one way or another. It's going to move straight. It never moves on the leg. When you watch ghost videos, caught on videos, anything like that online, usually when you see these, they always move at the leg. Okay, the reason for this is it's being pulled by a string, usually by lightweight fishing string or some string that they digitally removed in some way, and it's always going to move at the leg. Never will you ever see it move straight forward. If it was a real ghost and it was really moving the chair, it would move it in death the same way it did it in life, which is by the back or by the seat, never by the leg. We're going to explain this. Go ahead and hit pause. So here we have our ominous chair. Right now, supposedly, guys, this chair is haunted by the spirit of Abraham Lincoln. You know, it's said that if you start talking about him, usually things were supposed to happen. So right now, we're just waiting to see if something were to happen. I don't know what's going to happen. So pretty much, it's just one of those things that you never know what. Oh, wait. Michael, did you see that? What was that? What was that?
Michael, what was that?
Oh my God, what was that? It's a ghost, guys.
What was that?
Ghost of Abraham Lincoln is pulling the chair. So as you see, go ahead and pause. As you see, ladies and gentlemen, I'm gonna leave the recorder going real quick. But as you saw, the chair moved on its own. You see nothing pulling it. Okay, it led. Go ahead and let go of it real quick. As you see, it turned at this one leg, where you can't really see it, but we have a light test fishing string right here, guys. Okay, light test fishing string that pulls it at the leg instead of at the back or the straight. If you see it moving at one of the legs, more often than not, it's a guarantee that it's a fishing string or some kind of string pulling it. In a moment, we're going to actually switch it to a string that you can physically see, so that we can actually show you. And that same video, I'm actually going to take that string that you can physically see and remove it for advanced features as well. But anytime you see it moving on that leg, it is a fake video. It is not a ghost. Someone's rigged it up in some way. If it was moving straight forward, like it's being pushed from the back or from the seat, then it possibly could be real, more than it pulling at one leg. Go ahead and pause. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, what you're seeing, you can see here that I have the string on it. I want to make sure that you physically see this, okay? So with this said, okay, we're going to pull back a little bit. But as you'll see, I'm going to pull it here, and it's pulling on that one leg, and it's coming forward on that one leg. If it was actually from being a ghost or something like that, again, it would pull from the back or the seat of the chair and go straight forward and not come by the leg. Anytime it moves at the leg, it is a fake video. In a minute, you're going to see this this chair move with the same video, same string. Only I'm going to remove the string post-production with actual video editing software. Okay, we're going to pull back a little bit, but as you'll see, I'm going to pull it here. And it's pulling on that one leg, and it's coming forward on that one leg. If it was actually from... So if you're watching, you can see that, let me go ahead and make sure that's done there. Okay, so as you saw, I didn't do a good job of editing it because it was really quick, but you saw portions of where that string was disappearing. Had I animated it further, you would have seen the whole string disappear and stay disappear, but I wanted to kind of go in and out so you can see it reappear, disappear, reappear, disappear, to show that you can digitally remove the leg. But yeah, you got to put it on the leg, by the leg. If you move it by the leg or on the leg, it moves towards the leg. You know, it seems I'm doing the repeating thing that I even hate a lot, because I kept saying on the leg and by the seat and by the back, and yeah, I can't believe I actually did a lot of repetitive stuff there. But yeah, you know, hey, as Tabitha said, I was being thorough, guys. I was being thorough. So anyway, I got a lot of great things to talk to you about. Tonight we are going to be talking about orbs and dust particles, guys. The orbs and dust particles. When it comes to talking about photos people take, whether intentionally for ghost hunting or not, most people automatically assume anomalies are ghosts. And if they ever get some kind of anomaly in a picture, it is a ghost. Should have been wearing your Zach glasses. I know, I didn't even think about that. I should have worn the Zach glasses. Sailcat828, welcome, welcome, welcome. Let me drop Sailcat a shout out real quick, guys. There's a shout out to Sailcat right there, ladies and gentlemen. And yes, Leather Rebel, yes, I should have definitely wore the Zach glasses, but I didn't even think about it. After his clip, okay, after his clip is over, we'll jump back into the stuff. Thanks for the shout out. Anytime, Sailcat, anytime. If you haven't followed him, make sure you follow him. Let him know that I sent you, so that way he actually knows my shout outs are working, guys. All right. So anyway, as I was saying, usually when people take videos, anytime they get an anomaly in their picture, more often than not, they think that they're seeing a ghost. Now, where was that? I lost my train of thought. So all of the internet photos and videos of ghosts caught on cams are okay. So as I'm sitting here trying to read my notes and I can't read my own handwriting. But anyway, all across the internet, photos and videos of ghosts are caught on cams. Are they real or are they fake? Here's the thing. Truth about 99.9% of the time, all the pictures that you see of orbs are not orbs. They are dust particles or some other naturally occurring anomaly. Either dust, insects, pollen, natural fog, warm breath on a cold night, and many other things. Right now, there are microscopic things floating around right now in front of my face, between you and me and the camera right now, between you and your monitor or your TV or your phone, all around us right now. There are microscopic things floating around. We just can't see them, from dead skin cells to animal dander to textile particles, like the graveyard pics I sent you. Exactly, like the graveyard pics you sent me. You may ask, if we can't see them and they are microscopic, then how is it that we can see them on the camera? It's pretty much simple. These particles, when close enough to the lens, they're able to get reflected by the light of the flash. So if you notice, a lot of the camera pictures that you take that have these orbs in them, you're always using your flash. When you use your flash, these little microscopic things have a slight reflection to them, and they reflect the light of the flash back in some way, and that's the reason why they appear the way they do. Now, should we completely disregard these anomalies, these orbs photo videos? No, we shouldn't. Then how do we know? Well, first of all, actually, I'll get to the orbs in a minute. Let's go ahead and show you guys some pictures of orbs. Right here. Okay, so right here are pictures of dust particles, guys. These are different shapes. If you see something like this in your videos, in your pictures, these are dust particles or particles of some reason. Supply Jeff, hello and welcome. I'm gonna get a shout out to you here briefly, Jeff, but right now we're looking at different forms of different particles. If you see what you're looking at here in your picture or in your videos, these are not orbs. These are dust particles, okay? Now let's go ahead and drop that out. These as well are dust particles or anomalies. The difference between the two is your dust is going to come off colorless, where what you're seeing here are different colors, because people are going to tell you, oh, but we're told that orbs have different colors. They glow in different colors. You know, they have auras, you know. Yeah, that is true. They do have auras. They do have different colors. But what you're looking at here is still not an orb. These are textile particles, different little clothing fibers, skin samples, different things like that. They basically glow the color of the textile. So if you got like little fibers from furniture and clothes and stuff like that are floating around, they're going to come off in some kind of color and reflect that same color back to you. And this is what you're going to get with those particles. Now, last but not least, there is a third type of anomaly that will look like orbs, okay? These anomalies are living things. They are not ghosts. They are not living, okay? These are your third anomalies, sometimes reported as orbs. Hellfire, would you like to explain what these are? See if do they look like orbs to you, or what do they look like to you?
They look like the little tiny bugs stuck to my windshield right about now.
Pretty much, you're exactly right. What you're looking at, ladies and gentlemen, are different forms of bugs. A lot of people are like, oh, those aren't bugs. Those are fairies. You call yourself a fairy? You know, no, it's insects. It's not fairies. They're like, oh, but fairies produce light, and those are producing light. No. Those insects are reflecting your flashback. That's the reason why a lot of paranormal investigators use the full night vision or full spectrum cameras, because of the fact fairies. Socat has the fairies in there. The reason why they use night vision or full spectrum camera is because for the full spectrum and night vision cameras you don't have to have actual light. You can use a infrared light or an ultraviolet light. Either one of those lights we can't see with our naked eye. Okay, which means the dust particles and the insects won't reflect that light. They cannot reflect that light. To be honest, that 1/3 from the second right row looks like the thing from the thing. Yeah, it does look like the thing from the thing, or it could be the other thing from that other thing as well, Paladin Baz. But yeah, ultraviolet and infrared lights do not reflect back. You cannot see them visibly. So using full spectrum and night vision light sources and cameras, more often than not, you will not reflect dust particles back. So that's the reason why we use that a lot of times. So again, how do we know that it's an orb and not a dust particle or or dander or something like that? Well, first you have to be able to tell the difference. that is what tonight's episode is pretty much about. I'm gonna give you a few information in here in just a minute so that you can actually know what an orb is. With most orbs produce their own light. That you don't need the flash to be able to see it. So if you see something producing a light off into the distance, it could be an orb. With an orb, they have to produce their own light without a light source whatsoever. If you see it with your naked eye, it's possibly an orb. Best way to know is have two people with you. This is the reason why you want to investigate in pairs, because say like with myself and Hellfire, and we're out investigating, and I see something with a that's producing its own light with my naked eye without looking through the lens, and I'm gonna be like, Hellfire, did you see that? What was that? Okay, unlike Zach Fakins, Hellfire would probably respond with,
"What was that? What was that?"
There we go. So if he sees it as well, and we both see it without the camera, and we see the same thing, okay, guys, more often than not, that was an actual orb. Another way to tell in your videos is if you catch a video or a photo and that orb actually has deliberate movement, like you see it going in a deliberate direction and not just floating lightly around, and it's going in an intentional direction. That's a definitive right there. But if it's producing its own light, it's got a definitive motion pattern, and it has what is called a contrail, a tail. More often than not, they're usually blue because of the white light as it trails behind has like a blue glow for some stupid reason. I don't know how to explain the blue glow, but more often than not, no matter what color the orb is, it produces a blue contrail. Okay, if it doesn't have a blue contrail or a little tail like a comet, then it's not an orb. And Leather Rebel throwing in the gasp emotes. Exactly. So that's some of the ways that you can tell if something is an orb or if something's not an orb. Okay. Hellfire, can you think of any other things that I may have missed to differentiate between an orb or a dust particle?
I mean, I pretty much covered that. If you cannot see it with your naked eye and the camera catches it, then it's pretty much, you're going to throw it out 100% of the time, because anything that you can see in the camera, you should be able to see with the naked eye, unless it's a dust particle or something that the camera caught because of the way cameras work. Then it's just, if you can't see it with your naked eye, throw it out.
Exactly. And like you said, basically rule one, if there's a doubt, throw it out.
Yep.
Straight out the gate, if there's a doubt, throw it out. Now, there are other things that you can see that there's a chance that it may be an orb that is the spirit is probably so low power that it can't produce its own light, and it's just enough light that the camera catches it. That could be, but for that to happen, an orb should produce light on its own instead of being a reflection of light. Exactly. Yep. More often than not, if it doesn't have power to manifest its own light strongly enough, you will see it faintly and still see a glimmer of that light. It will, but it may be like a little itty bitty little thing, and it won't be like super huge. You know, basically the orbs, the more power it has, the bigger the orb. So pretty much, if it doesn't have power, it more or less produces the size of the orb, or the color of it. And yes, they do have auras. This is something that that Tabitha can probably tell you a lot about. That's a big orb you got there, right? That is a big orb. That's a lot of power. With the auras, okay, the color of the light that it produces, more often than not, is reminiscent of its emotion or its intent. And like I said, Tabitha could probably verify this with me. When it comes to auras, even when it's our own human aura, because believe it or not, humans do have an aura. Some people are in tune enough that they can see our auras. Because as I've stated many times, the body gives off electronical impulses in the brain and in the heart. And those are what produce your auras, is the electric impulses that are giving off those certain auras, and you can see them in different colors based off your emotions or your intent. And it sounds like you want
another thing. Another thing, a lot of people can't see, but they can feel them. Basically, if you're around somebody who is very happy, you pay attention to how you feel when you're around them, because they put off the light that they put off like any other light, even though you can't always see it, will create a warm sensation around them. And if you're around somebody that's evil, that's got evil intent, maybe they're a murderer, maybe they're whatever. I'm using extreme examples, but they're going to put off a cold, dark aura, and you're going to feel that when you interact with them and when you're around with them.
Yes, exactly. But the downside is a lot of your typical people aren't astute to it, so it's hard for them to either feel it or see it. The seeing of the auras is more often than not, at least in a human being, you have to be in tune with your psychic abilities or your abilities in seeing auras, depending on what you want to call it.
Yeah, a lot of times it takes training to reach that ability.
Now with the different, it's different with orbs, because orbs are manifesting strong enough that they can produce their own light that you can see with your naked eye. Anybody, whether you have that ability to see auras or not, you will see the aura of an orb. Okay, now the people who have the sounds ominous, orbinous. There, I like that. I like that. I like that. Sounds orbinous. I like that, Leather Rebel. I like that. So yeah, you'll be able to see it more often than not. A person who is in tune with the ability to see auras will know that it's an orb and that it's an aura by seeing it with their naked eye. They will be the most astute to seeing those physicalities off the gate right then and there.
Yep.
So just know that if it's an orb, you will see it, whether you like it or not. It's not going to appear magically on the camera. You know, it's not going to be me teaching you watching a night vision camera, and then later, ladies and gentlemen, what we didn't show you, what we didn't know at first, and upon reviewing the camera, we later realized that there was an orb in the video. Let us go back and show you the. Oh, hold on, wait. For Leather Rebel guys, I mean, it's more effective if I do it this way. So, ladies and gentlemen, after reviewing the video, we didn't know it until after reviewing the video, but in this video you can see this ominous orb, this orbinous specter, you know, floating around us, but we didn't find it until after the video. So it's a matter of what was that? Well, it was the spirit, and you could tell that it happened upon communicating while we were trying to do an EVP session, and it doesn't appear until then in the camera. We didn't see it with our naked eye, but the cameras caught it later. So we wanted to show you that we did catch an orb after the fact. You know, if they're showing it to you after the fact and they didn't see it till after review of the cameras, automatically they're telling you, guys, we didn't find an orb, but for the sake of our television show, we want to tell you that it is an orb, so that you think it's an orb, so that we actually have ghosts caught on camera. You know, they're creating content because most of you out there are like, oh my God, they caught a ghost. They caught a ghost. They're professionals. If they weren't professionals, they would not be on TV. Zach Bagans is a god when it comes to ghost hunting, guys. He wouldn't lie to us because he's a TV personality. He's trying to get money. He wouldn't lie to us. He actually caught an orb. Look at it right there, guys. We need to do a parody of the show. You know what? I think we may do that. How about this, Leather Rebel? Hellfire have the money to come down to visit you guys and do a an actual ghost hunt down there between Blastbit, you and Tabitha, and myself and Hellfire, we will do a ghost hunting paranormal parody. We will do it. It is 100% guaranteed. We will film it. We will do it. It's on 100%. So yeah, a parody would make a great YouTube video, right, Tabitha? Right? So yes, when we're able to come visit you guys, we will do an actual serious ghost hunt, and we will do a parody. Dippers, what is up? Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. Let me get to some shout outs real quick. I need to do a shout out to Dippers and to Supply Jeff. Here's one for Supply Jeff and one coming up for Dippers.
Now here's an idea that I'm gonna propose and throw out there as a possibility.
Okay, hold it for 1 second. Let the shout outs play through so that they can hear you.
All right.
Because you got to remember, they can hear that and we can't.
Yep.
That's a cloverfish jelly shit. Okay. Okay. Ladies and gentlemen, if you haven't followed Supply Jeff, please do. It's one of the most comical streams you will ever go to. And okay, that was a short clip of Dippers, ladies and gentlemen. Not enough for me to be able to tell you what goes on, but yeah. Now, Hellfire, what were you about to say?
Okay. So, as we've talked about on Critical Hit, we kind of want to go to certain events. I propose assuming we can raise the money and assuming we can pull it off, and assuming 2021 is not as much of a shit show as 2020 was, we could do a big event. We go down to either Comic-Con or E3 in 2021 and do a bunch of filming while we're there for both Mystery Mondays and Critical Hit while we're there.
So basically do some filming of a convention with Tabitha and Blastbit and Leather Rebel, as well as doing a paranormal investigation as well.
Yes.
Okay. Hey, Tabitha, Leather Rebel, what do y'all think? Do you like the idea of hitting a convention and doing a paranormal investigation at the same time, and do a big, huge multi-person stream thing going on? Okay, so Leather Rebels is all for it. I just gotta wait for Tabitha to see what she thinks about it. So, and I like the idea. That'll give us, you guys should come to LA for Comic-Con, for LA Comic-Con. So there we go. You have to get us the dates. It's in September. Okay. That's what we'll do. We'll start getting some paranormal investigations going on here in our local town. We'll hit up a few other people. And September next year, we will all go to the LA Comic-Con and we'll do the paranormal investigation. And we could do a stream where I cook for you guys as well. This way, like, we can all do like some mega cooking stream video and do like a massive multi-stream for everybody. And like, Leather Rebel can stream on her show. Tabitha can stream hers. I'll stream mine. Hellfire. Everybody streaming at the same time. A massive super stream, ladies and gentlemen. A massive super stream. That would actually be really awesome. So yeah, that I like the idea of that. Thank you for proposing that, Hellfire. Remind me after the I'm sitting there looking at the microphone like I'm actually talking to Hellfire, guys. But yeah, so Hellfire, remind me after the stream to write that down in the book of so Jason doesn't forget. For those who don't know, ladies and gentlemen, I have photographic memory, so as long as I see it, I can remember it. If I don't see it, I'm not going to remember it. So I tend to have multiple notebooks where I write notes down, so that way I can physically see the notes and physically remember to do stuff. Okay. Otherwise, if I don't see it, you can pretty much guarantee I'm not going to remember it. So yeah. I have short-term memory loss. See, there you go. I'm the opposite. I have permanent memory loss, or I have permanent memory as long as I visually see it. Most people like, oh, I would love to have photographic memory. Let me let you know something. And the photographic memory is something that falls along the lines of the supernatural, ladies and gentlemen. So we can talk about it. Cognitive memory, recollection, ladies and gentlemen. Photographic memory, visual cognitive memories. It's a blessing and a curse. Dippers, yes. I can visually remember everything when I was 1 year old. To this day, I can remember a memory of sitting in my dad's car as we drove to Iowa to visit my dad's parents, my grandparents. And I remember getting out of the car. I remember everything. It was in a purple tent, but I remember it. I have Kraken memory. Ooh, shiny. Photographic memory should be great when you're an artist, and it is. I do art, ladies and gentlemen. I do art, and it is a godsend, especially when I do video editing and stuff like that. Y'all are freaks in nature. You know what, Leather Rebel? I resemble that remark. Yes, I am a freak in nature, and I'm proud to say it. But yeah, I can remember things from when I was in 3rd grade, all the happy, beautiful moments in my life. I remember every single one of them. You know, I remember all the contests that I won, all the board games that I won, all the friends that I've met, all the good times that I've stuff. You should count cards, dude. Believe it or not, I do count cards. It comes in handy. It does come in handy, especially because I remember who laid what down. So that when I know who lays what down, and being able to count cards, I know that there's 52 cards in a deck. Okay, there's every suit has basically every card has 4 suits: the spade, the heart, the diamond, and the clubs. Okay, 2 sets of reds, 2 sets of blacks. You can yeah, I can do it. Oh geez, things will get crazy. He's banned from all major casinos. Yeah, I'm automatically banned from casinos. Believe it or not, I am banned from casinos. I'm not, like, if I were to go to visit Supply Jeff at the casino that he works at, guys, I wouldn't be allowed in unless Supply Jeff sneaks me in. Outside of Jeff sneaking me in, I'm not allowed in any casinos. Been there, done that. I have been to LA, and I have been to Las Vegas. And Las Vegas casinos won't let me in. But back to photographic memory. Outside of the awesome stuff like remembering passwords and stuff like that, that's the reason why, like, a lot of times Hellfire will share his password with me. I have to get him to delete the password, okay? Because, like, right now, I know his passwords by heart, okay? And it sucks because, you know, if he were to get hacked, he's like, wait, Retro knew my passwords. Yeah, I know his passwords, okay? I have him delete them for the sake of someone else hacking into my accounts and being able to see it later. But yeah, his passwords are right here. My passwords are right here. That's the reason why when I get people to give me access to their accounts and stuff to fix things for them, or fix their computers, I tell them after we're done, make sure you change your password, or change your password before I do it. Give me that password and change it back after I'm done, because Retro knows all. Retro does know a lot of things. I don't know everything. I don't know all, but Retro does see all. I don't know all, but I see all. I remember everything I see. But with photographic memory, there is a downside to it. For all the great, beautiful things, Santa Retro, yes, I'll be checking my list, checking it twice, looking out for who's naughty and who's nice. Unlike the regular Santa, I probably sometimes will give good presents to those who are naughty, at least if I'm dating them. But back to, like I was trying to get to, I keep getting sidetracked. The downside to photographic memory, for all the beautiful, great, memorable, pleasant memories that you can visually see in your head, ladies and gentlemen, here comes the curse of a photographic memory. Giving that candy cane away, huh? Yep, pretty much. They get a candy cane, all right. But I can visually remember all the bad things, okay? And it's not good. It's not good. I remember every punch, every kick, every humiliation that a bully has ever given me throughout school. Okay, and I've been bullied quite a lot through school. Okay, I know martial arts and I could fight back, but I'm a pacifist. I'm afraid to hurt people. So even though I know I could, it took years to be able to actually stand up for myself, knowing how to fight for myself. But I remember every punch to the face, every punch to the stomach, every kick to the groin. Okay, every slap every ex-girlfriend has ever given me. I remember those vividly. Okay, does photographic memory drain your mental energy faster? For some people it does, Cellcat. For some people it does. For me, however, no, it doesn't. I have a condition called hyperkinesia, and a lot of you have seen it. To where I talk really, really fast, and I'm over here to say this, and I'm over here to do this, and I'm over here to do this, and I'm able to talk like this, and I'm able to talk like the Micro Machine commercial, saying different things like really, really fast, and I get super, super hyper to say a bunch of different things super, super fast. You know, so because of my hyperness, I can actually go all over the place, bouncing around like Tigger, you know, and it's, for me, sometimes it gets to the point that it's like, I'm doing this on purpose right now, acting really, really hyper to be able to say everything really fast, so you can understand that I have this really hyperness thing that I can really do, and bounce off the walls about everything that I do. Gotta go with Walk the Pups. I'm going to try and jump back on after. No problem. Take it easy. A pup's gotta go when a pup's gotta go. So thank you for being here, and I'll appreciate it if you do come back. Tap the Micro Machine is a throwback, right? For those who don't know, the Micro Machines commercial, the guy who did those commercials starred as Mr. Testaverde in Saved by the Bell. He was the math teacher that was able to do the speed talking like I do right here, and be able to say this, that, and the other things, and be able to say things really, really fast like I'm doing right now. So Mr. Testaverde, he probably has the same condition of hyperkinesia as I do. Now you can see that I can talk really, really fast, and I have the energy that I bounce off the walls. Hellfire has and Monk, Hellfire and Monk, ladies and gentlemen, Hellfire and Monk have been there physically to see me in person on times that I am unable to control my hyperness, and there's times that I'm unable to control it. So Hellfire and Monk have been physically seen my hyperness. So
oh yeah, I don't know about Monk, but there are times I literally have to say stop, take a deep breath, now go back at a normal pace.
So I have hyperkinesia, and for those who don't understand, hyperkinesia is like ADHD without the attention deficit disorder. I have all the hyperactiveness. The difference between hyperactive disorder and hyperkinesia is that with hyperkinesia, where most people have to sleep to rebuild their energy, I actually build energy by wasting energy. So by me bouncing around and doing things, me moving my hands and talking with my hands, like, because I'm an Italian, so being part Italian, I talk with my hands. This thing here is creating energy and making me hyper, and I'm all over the place. So sometimes I get sidetracked. So I have all this constant energy like a freaking hyper chihuahua. And by me being like that hyper chihuahua, I'm building more energy. So unlike most people will tend to be drained from using their photographic memory. For me, however, no, I don't. My energy isn't wasted. So Cat, there's your answer right there. Photographic memory can waste a person's energy. Now, where I do get drained, okay, and it's not an energy drain, it is an emotional drain for me. Hellfire has seen this quite a few times too. I'm a very emotional person. Most recently now, since all my medical conditions have come up, I have super quick emotion changes. 1 minute I'll be one emotion. Within matters of 0.5 of a second, I switch to another extreme emotion. Okay, for me, like when I'm happy, I'm overly happy, you know, and when I'm sad, I get overly sad. And then when I get angry, Hellfire has seen me flip angry. Like most of y'all have seen me type angry, but you've never seen me physically angry or heard me physically angry. Hellfire and Monk have seen it and heard it. Okay, I think
Yep.
I think I snapped on you last night.
Yep. I just let you finish your rant and you calm down.
So yeah, I tend to get a little over, but that's not because of my photographic memory. I'm normally emotional, and I usually have a good grasp of my emotions, but for some reason, recently, because of my herniated discs, my permanent migraines, all my medical conditions, for some reason I have, I guess, a chemical imbalance that I'm scatterbrained now, guys. This is the downside of being hyperkinetic. My emotions, for some reason, have been flipped to where I can't control them sometimes. Tirmiona, the Viking of Shimhala, late but here. Better late than never. But yeah, so I do tend to get a little over emotional. So I do get emotionally drained. And you'll see it a lot. I need to get myself put on medical disability, guys. But getting on disability is hard. Because it's hard for me to get because I need to get medicine or something to put me back in balance, because I can sometimes control it, but there's times that I can't control it, and I'm admitting it. I have an issue, guys. I have an an emotional issue, but right now I don't have the money to get it taken care of. So bear with it, guys. But with my photographic memory, I do get emotionally drained sometimes. I'm good. I've been plundering on Sea of Thieves and yourself. Nice. Where I get emotionally drained with my photographic memory, marijuana doesn't help. Okay, so with marijuana,
it's illegal for starters.
It's illegal for us, Tabitha. I'm not allowed to have it. However, I'm allowed to have CBD. Okay, right here. It's not actually, I can't, this right here won't help me with my issues, but this is actually a CBD based skin lotion, guys. Real quick, I'll show y'all. Well, I can't get the light in there, but as you see, it's a lotion. Okay, it's a hand lotion. It's designed by me through Rivers Free Remedies, with a little bit of mint extract in there, a little bit of mint, and a few other eucalyptus and things like that, as well as tea tree oil and vitamin C, vitamin E, and it has CBD in there. Believe it or not, it's really, really good for pain relieving. Oh yeah, did you mention CBD before? Yeah, I do. CBD does work for me when I use the CBD gummies and CBD drops. I have 30 minutes that my permanent migraines, and I do have permanent migraines, guys. I live every single day from when I wake up to when I go to bed with a headache. And trust me, it's off the charts. CBD gives me 30 minutes of being headache free. Okay, so it does work, but because of my hyperkinesia, it burns out quick. Okay, it's out of my system within 30 minutes, and then 1 minute you'd be like, "Oh, you'll see Retro. Wow, Retro, you look like you're in a good mood." That's because I don't have. Oh shit! Now I got my headache again. Bam, and it's out. It's out. 30 minutes, and boom. Ambadoodles, hello and welcome, Ambadoodles, ladies and gentlemen. I'll get back to my discussion in a second. Let me do a shout out because Ambadoodles, this is her first time being here. She is a stream demon, so let me do a shout out to her, and I've also got to do one to tear me on there as well. CBD pain relief is a real deal. Yes, it is. It works, dude. And since I do lotions and stuff, oh my god. There's Ambadoodle right there. Make sure y'all guys check her out. Stream Demons. Throw your horns up, guys. Stream Demons.
I must say this because I think CBD works for certain things. I know for my pain, I know I told you a little bit. I have back problems where I fell off the ladder years ago at work. CBD didn't help at all for that, but I know it does help for certain things and for certain people.
So for well, I'll get to it in a minute. Real quick, let me let this go because this is Tear Me On there. It looks playing a game. One enemy remaining. There we go. So there's the Viking Extreme Hollow. So yeah, CBD helps some people. Where it helps and where it doesn't help is most people don't know a lot about CBD. Now I know Tabitha does, and if you're into getting certain home remedies, I do make home remedies, but I don't sell them, guys. I make them for my friends. I make them for myself. I don't sell them. If you want to buy some really awesome home remedies, look up Tabitha Sabbatha. Tabitha, if you can do me a favor, post your store link to your all natural remedies and stuff. Go ahead and post your link in the chat so that everybody can get access to it. So in a minute, ladies and gentlemen, Tabitha will be throwing her link up to her store. Definitely check her out. She does sell her stuff. I recently sent her my personal remedy for DHT blocking chemicals. It's a shampoo and a topical oil that does work. It helps with graying hair. Real quick, hang on. All this hair, guys, all this lustrous, non-graying hair, guys, right here. It's all natural. It's real, not a wig. This is respect to you. I'm horrible when I have a headache, dude. Believe it or not, if you knew how I feel right now, believe it or not, I am in serious pain in my brain. Okay, in pain in the membrane. I'm so Jillian. Thank you. I love my hair. Real quick, hang on one sec. Let me get to the chats. I'll go back to the chats in a minute. My DHT hair blocking remedy works. Okay, it is tried and true. That is some lustrous hair. Thank you. I'm half Native American, half Italian, so I do have some really awesome, soft puppy dog like hair. So a lot of my ex-girlfriends, one of the greatest things that they loved about me was my hair. They would sit there and fiddle with my hair all the time, and they're like, "Oh my God, your hair is as soft as a puppy's fur." But long hair don't care. Exactly, Tier. The remedy that I created, believe it or not, I tell everybody to this day, I'm 46 years old. I'm not ashamed of how old I am, guys. I am 46 years old. I may not look like I'm 46. I may not sound like I'm 46, but I am 46 years old. A lot of people tend to get shocked when they find out that I'm 46 years old. But yes, I'm 46 years old. I have, somebody sent me something. I got you, Hellfire. But yeah, the topical solution, keeps from graying hair. Hellfire has seen my brother. He's seen the gray hairs my brother has. My brother doesn't use my remedy. He's balding. And he's got grays.
Balding. He's bald.
Okay, whatever. But anyway, the remedy works. Tabitha has it. I don't know if and when she'll make it and sell it, but she has the remedy. So definitely, Tabitha, throw your link in there. Oh, there we go, right there. Tabitha's Cauldron. So yeah, check that link out, ladies and gentlemen. Tabitha's Cauldron. Check it out. A lot of cool stuff that she sells, candles and other things. So definitely check her out. Let me get back to chat real quick, and then I'm gonna get back on topic. Let's see, where were we at? CBD pain. Ha ha ha. That's True Pirate right there. Welcome at Ambadoodles. Respect to you for horrible headache. It's like nothing else. Not everyone is the same. CBD helps the joints. So with CBD real quick, and then we're gonna get back on the topic of paranormal, guys. With CBD, you have to know, some people are like, oh, it's full spectrum CBD, and all you're getting is actual hemp oil. You're not getting real CBD, okay? Make sure you're getting true CBD oil and not hemp oil, okay? If you're getting something where they say it's full spectrum CBD, you're not getting real CBD. Okay, make sure you're getting, because CBD comes in 300 milligrams up to 2,000 milligrams. Make sure you check the amount of the milligrams of CBD that you're getting. The higher the milligrams, the more it's going to be effective to you. So CBD will work for some people, but it's got to be in a higher amount of dose. So that said, let's get back on topic. Photographic memory is a paranormal topic. With photographic memory, with cognitive recollection, visual cognitive recollection, otherwise known as got to have reputable place. Exactly, Tier. Visual cognitive recollection, photographic memory. Also, you can pop hot, even though some say no THC. Exactly. Hemp is hemp, and it, like poppy seeds, you can pop. With photographic memory, for me, I see things like a DVD player or watching a photo book. I mentally see those memories to this day. I can visually play back every memory I ever had with trigger words or trigger objects. I can pop them up and I can sit here, and if you see me staring, I'm a fake photographic memory of me seeing a memory. So if you see me like staring off like this, it's because I'm in my brain and I'm playing back a memory, trying to visually play that memory. Fast forward, rewind, slow motion. It's playing like a DVD. Literally, I can literally see it in my head. So a lot of times my eyes go back into my head and I'm like just literally staring in my own head. So what's your oldest memory? My oldest memory goes back to when I was 1 year old. We were in a car going to visit my grandparents in Iowa. Everything was purple. I remember my grandmother, my dad's mom, opening up the door and pulling me out of my car seat. And at the time, I couldn't really fully speak a lot of great words because I'm 1 year old. But I remember I could say a lot of words. And I used to call my grandmother, even though when she was alive, I called her grandma as I got older. But when I was a little kid, I used to call her Mima. That was one of the words I could say at 1 year old. And I put my arms out and I was like, Mima. You know, and I put my arms out. She picked me up. That's much older than most. Yeah. I remember she was wearing this floral, a floral shirt. Okay, it like literally had flowers all over it. It was this was in the 70s, guys. Okay, so it was a 1970s old woman floral shirt. She had on light Carolina blue 1970s women's pants. Okay, so like I said, I can visually see this memory in my head. That's crazy for yeah, and people think I'm stupid, right? My parents, before my dad was passed away, and my mom, they're like, "Oh, Jason, whatever, you don't remember that. You're only saying what we're doing." And I'm like, "No, I remember." They're like, my dad was like, "Okay, then describe stuff," and I'm stuff that no one's ever told me before, right? And I'm popping things off, and my dad's like, "Oh, wait, I didn't even remember that," and I'm talking about conversations I heard them have, okay, things, auditory things, because of that visual memory. I'm picking off things that were on the walls, and I told my dad about a spot on the floor, and my dad's like, "Wait, you couldn't have known this stuff. You're only 1 year old. This is stuff that I didn't remember, so I'm able to recall stuff that he just now remembered because I visually told him, So yeah, that is a paranormal ability that one day we'll get into another topic on. We'll go far into in paranormal in the brain, guys. But I do need to get on back on topic with this. The whole topic of photographic memory is that some people with photographic memory can see the auras, can feel the auras. They're more astute to it, like the people who are psychically in tune. I don't know what Tabitha, what her abilities are, if she can see or sense auras. I know she understands and knows about auras, but I don't know if if she actually is able to see the auras or not. But I know that she knows about them. Hellfire, are you able to see auras? Hellfire?
Sorry, I had muted my mic. I can see very strong auras. I can also, and I don't suggest anybody do this, but there are certain Native American herbs that you can take that enhance that sort of vision.
Peyote.
Yeah, peyote's one of them. There are other herbs that are not quite as strong as peyote that kind of it enhances the psychic vision. And I can see just about anybody's, even if they have a very weak aura. I can see auras that way. But unless it's a very strong aura, generally I cannot see auras. No.
And since you brought up with certain herbs and seeing it, just to point this out, there is a difference in seeing auras and seeing drug auras. A drug aura versus a actual aura, they're two different things. Okay, the auras that you see when you're tripping, they will change colors as you're looking at them. They will never stay one color. They will always change colors. So if you're seeing somebody with and DMT are both ways. Yes, DMT. Okay. To explain DMT, most people look at DMT as a drug. DMT is a byproduct that your body. I heard DMT is gnarly. I've never done it, Tabitha. I have friends who make it because technically DMT, if you're not Native American, DMT is technically illegal because it's a byproduct of the human body or any corporeal body, animals too, that's produced when you die. Your body produces DHT when you die. So people can manufacture DMT as well. DMT is actually synthesized in your brain. Exactly. So DMT is it's like tripping on acid, but it's not an acid trip. There's a difference in an acid trip and a drug-induced trip versus what DHT and peyote do. Okay, completely different effects. Okay. DMT and peyote are herbs that actually induce an effect, but it's not an acid trip. You're not tripping, okay? It looks like tripping, but it's not. You're able to see bodies' energies. You're able to see the auras. That's what's happening. It's not a trip. With an acid trip, you're able to see colors changing, like LED lights change colors, like my keyboard is changing colors. That's an acid trip aura. Okay, that's completely different than an actual aura. You should read Supernatural by Graham Hancock. It's about DHT. Believe it or not, Sailcat, I actually have the book. It's out in my storage shed, which Hellfire today saw my storage shed. I have a whole house stored in a shed because the room that I'm in right now is too small to have everything that I own in here. But I do have the book. I have a lot of paranormal books. I even have the dreaded How to Ghost Hunt by Zach Bagans for the How to Ghost Hunt for Dummies by Zach Bagans. Okay, I have the digital edition of it, but I have it. Maybe not because I actually believe his stuff, but I use it as a How Not to Ghost Hunt by Zach Bagans. But yes, I do know about the stuff like that and the auras and stuff like that. Now, that said, it is now 1:22, guys. I'm going to stop talking, not Zach Bagans, exactly. We're going to stop talking about the auras right now. We will, let me get my notebook out. We're getting the book of memories here, guys. Tabitha was talking about aliens, and we were talking about auras and DHT and all that, guys. So I'm going to work on a episode on aliens, on DHT, peyote, and auras. So I have these written down now, guys. We will discuss those topics coming up very, 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 very soon. That said, ladies and gentlemen, now that we're done talking about orbs and what orbs are not and how to identify orbs and what dust particles and other anomalies look like that are not orbs, because I don't have pictures of actual orbs, it is now that time. What time is it, Hellfire?
Debunking time.
It is debunking time. I wish to God that Onyx Demon was here because this is his favorite time of the show, but it is debunking time. Hang on one sec. Let me switch over to the movie screen, ladies and gentlemen. Get this enlarged. And here we go. And we got to do a skip ad. Mother freak.
Top 5 ghosts caught on camera. The Watts family. So almost a year ago, I uploaded a video about the tragic case of the Watts family and the strange supernatural events that were caught on video by police body cameras after their deaths. Recently, Netflix has released a documentary about the Watts family tragedy, and viewer emails have come flooding in. Now, many claim to have seen paranormal evidence in the documentary that I never explained in my last video. And then there are a lot of people who just never saw my previous video about the Watts family case. So here's a quick recap before we jump into the all-new supernatural evidence. Shanann Watts and her daughters Bella and Cece lost their lives under absolutely horrible circumstances, all at the hands of husband and father Chris Watts. In fact, the details of the case are so grim that I'm not going to go into them here. But if you want to know the full story, you can either simply Google the Watts family or check out the new Netflix documentary. Now, in this next video, which was taken right after the disappearance of Shanann Watts and her daughters, 2 female officers from the police K9 unit go into the Watts house to investigate the strange disappearance of Shanann Watts and her 2 daughters. Obviously, this video was recorded before the tragic fate of Shanann and her children were known. The footage is 100% real. It is documented police video captured by one of the investigators' body camera.
So there's your attic access right there. Yes.
Oh my gosh. What was that? Wow. Go in there and step on that little blue thing and see if that's where that noise came from.
Yeah, it sounded like a kid toy.
It sort of sounded like it.
Something. I heard it.
Did you hear it?
I did.
Again, I want to point out that all of this footage and the strange EVPs you just heard were captured on police body cams and released directly to the public. So nothing was tampered with and nothing could possibly be faked. Now, even creepier, 1 month after the tragic incident in the Watts home, police are called back to the empty house because neighbors report seeing a woman moving around inside the home. Also, someone had turned on the inside garage lights. When they went inside, police found no one. But some viewers believe they might have caught something else. As a police officer is standing at the top of the stairs, it almost looks as if some small shadow peeks out from behind him, just for a second. Now, there's also another moment caught by police cameras that I did not point out in the previous video.
Hey Nudes, I just want to let you know I've been watching this documentary that everybody's been talking about, and right here in this room there's a little girl standing right here playing. She's wearing like an orange shirt, and there's another girl right there, right there, right there, and there's another one right here, movement. You see her right here? See, another girl.
There she go. There she is. Okay.
Maybe you can look into it.
Now, many people have sent me this clip after seeing it on the Netflix documentary. Some believe that it might show the ghost of one of the little girls caught on camera. But the real explanation of this clip is something much more explainable. You see, the little girl in this footage is actually the daughter of Shanann's friend, Nicole, who reported Shanann missing. The little girl is simply playing in one of the Watts girls' rooms. As further evidence, Nicole and her daughter are seen on the police officer's body cam footage several times during the day that Shanann and her girls were reported missing. So this clip is nothing paranormal. However, there is some new, very odd, and possibly paranormal video that has been getting a lot of attention over the last week. So YouTube ghost hunter Franco TV was traveling through Colorado.
Okay, before we start talking about going to this next portion, let me come back to the thing. Hellfire, what did you think about the about that?
I'm not 100% sold on it, but it's they haven't really shown anything that is saying that there what there is and what there isn't. Like I'm still confused
okay, so
as to why they say there's a ghost.
I'm focusing on maybe not the ghost or anything like that. Did you see the or did you with the police cam video, the EVP? What did you think of that?
Oh, the EVP. Here's the thing: if what he says is true, and it was released directly from the police department, and that is the footage from directly from the police department, and those two officers were the only people in the thing, like the police said. Generally, I'm gonna believe the police when they say these things. So I'm on the fence about it because there were things there that didn't add up, and even the police officer said they heard something. It wasn't like it was on the audio and not in the house.
Right.
So possibility. I'm gonna need more evidence to say one way or the other. Right now, there's still a doubt there.
Right. So I'm trying to touch to it from before we get on to the next portion of the same story with this Franco TV guy. Those of you, I'm sitting there looking at the wrong camera. Those viewers that are watching me right now, any of you out there want to take a stab about the EVPs on the canine officer's body camera? Does anybody want to take a stab about the EVPs? Wants to try to debunk it or actually say that they believe it? And then once I actually get something from you guys, as far as some of you out there watching and what y'all think, then I'll go into what my opinions are of it. But how many of you out there believe it? How many of you think it could be something explainable? What are some of y'all's opinions out there right now? Probably kids outside. Okay, so Baz so far is the only one to respond. For me, like Hellfire said, I'm 50-50. If that is unaltered, then there is something. I heard it. If it's unaltered and we actually heard some sounds, it is either legit. I don't know. It's a police body cam, so it's not them trying to fake it for views. Exactly. So we know. And see, that's the reason why. There's the possibility, because they said the neighbor had a little girl.
Yep. Okay.
But here's my thing. Okay. With how close the sounds sounded.
Yep.
It couldn't have been outside. It would have been a bit more faint if it was outside. Okay.
The police wouldn't have thought it was coming from the closet if it was outside.
Exactly. They thought it came from the closet. So the only thing I could think of is instead of outside, if the neighbor was inside and the neighbor was the one that let them in, but we saw in the video where the police let themselves in, we saw that they were the only two in there along with the dog. So I'm 50-50 and my 50% is leaning towards it being real because I, for one, at least with the police body cam videos, I, for one, am stumped on it. And when I'm stumped, if I can't figure it out, there's some legitimacy to that right there, at least with that EVP. Yep. Now, I'm 50-50. I'm still leaning towards with Baz being it possibly could be the neighbor. Something in my head is saying that the neighbor is in that house, but they claim it's only them in there.
There's also the audio earlier than the giggle where it said, "This is our house," and she was like, "No." The no could have been the neighbor talking to the little girl, but this is our this is our house or whatever the audio was. That wouldn't have been the neighbor. That wouldn't have added up to being the neighbor.
Right, exactly. And see, and Tabitha's stumped too. So yeah, I'm stumped. Part of me wants to believe it was the neighbor outside or in the house, one of the two. Okay, but because I'm strongly 50-50. Part of me strongly is like that sounds legit. Okay, having been someone who's caught actual EVPs, I know what an EVP, a strong EVP sounds like, and it sounds like that. And we're not talking white noise EVP. We're talking disembodied voices that you can hear with your normal ear.
Yep.
I'm if you can't figure it out, probably no one can. Right, exactly. And that comes out to being rule number 1.
When in doubt, throw it out. But I think there's still more evidence to be uncovered. So until we uncover that, you can't say what it is based off of just this EVP alone.
Exactly. That's why I wanted to talk about it first, is because if there's a doubt, throw it out. There's not enough evidence that they gave us from that portion. We're about to get some evidence now from Franco TV to figure out what's going on now. So hopefully what we're going to find out now will give me some definitive evidence to make a discernible decision. If Franco TV if it doesn't come off as fake, guys, and this comes off as legit, I will believe the police body cams as being 100% real, and it'll sway my 50-50 feeling.
I'm going to say this even before we go in and watch it, because I've never watched Franco TV, but I'm assuming he's probably like most paranormal investigators that make these videos. Most of them are going to instinctively fake things to make sure they have content.
Yes.
And so even if what he creates is fake, I'd like to personally investigate it myself and with you, and actually and have it before I'd write it off as not real, because I'm so 50-50 on that EVP, and that EVP I don't think can be it's not I don't believe it to be altered. I'd like to actually investigate it with someone that I know isn't going to fake it.
Right. Right.
But so I'm not going to write it off. I'm going to write it off as a possible haunting until I get real evidence from a trusted source. But we can watch the video and see what he has.
Exactly. So pretty much what we'll do is later tonight I'll write this story down, and if we can get the money coming in to where we can start doing the investigation and stuff, we'll actually go and investigate it.
Yep.
Speaking of that, ladies and gentlemen, before we move on, at the end of the episode, before I let you guys go, I've got a few things I want to show you guys about the ghost hunting stuff. I'm going to go ahead and drop it to you guys, and then I'm going to be putting it in the Stream Demons Discord. But I got a lot of cool things for you guys that Hellfire helped me with, and I'm glad to be able to show. I'm going to show it off tonight, and we're going to talk about it. But I got a nice little surprise for those of you at the end of the episode. But let's move on to Franco TV and get things going.
And decided to stop and pay his respects to the Watts family house. He leaves the teddy bear on the doorstep, putting it with other gifts of condolence left by visitors. He is broadcasting his trip to the house live to his Patreon members, but he has no plans of doing any ghost investigating. Frank is simply paying his respects. But then he catches something very, very strange.
Hey guys, so this video is going to be a little bit different than my normal videos. This wasn't supposed to be an adventure. It was only supposed to be me going to the Watts house to pay my condolences. I am up to date with what was going on with the whole situation, and I wanted to visit the house and drop off a teddy bear that I had purchased. However, I did decide to bring my live stream with me for Patreon, and something completely unexpected happened upon recording. Now,
before we get going, guys, I'm going to use a word that me and that Hellfire has once said that me and Tabitha pick on Hellfire with, and you can get ready to drop the emotes if you want, Hellfire. But his story right now, ladies and gentlemen, his story is already sounding there goes the emote. It's sounding very ominous, guys. He's going to go pay his respects to people that he doesn't know, that he's never met, okay? And just out of the blue decides to buy a teddy bear to lay at the house, and he travels from where he lives to a whole nother location to pay respects to somebody he doesn't know, and he just so happens to have his live stream with him for Patreon, just like Patreon people want to see him pay respects to the people he doesn't know. Like if when I do Patreon, I'd be giving out actual content. So,
Yep.
like Leather Rebel said, how convenient, so ominous, Tabitha, so ominous, exactly, so ominous. Just want to point that out there, that something just kind of seems helter-skelter, off-kelter.
Yeah, you don't just. I mean, first of all, he may live in the same town. He may have kind of, sort of known the family. Who knows? But you don't just take your live stream equipment to drop off a teddy bear and pay respects to a family. Like you bring your live stream equipment to create content. You have intentions of creating content.
Yeah.
If you're going to bring that with you.
Cat said the same thing. He said if you go to pay respects, you don't feel a need to film it. So yeah, he's right on the same lines as you. So yes, exactly. Cat, just as Hellfire said, if you're going to go pay your respects, a moment of silence. Come on, you're going to respect them. Is filming them for your Patreons for content creation actually really paying respect to people who have passed on? Okay, no, he's up to something right then and there. Ambadoodles has followed. Thank you for the follow, Ambadoodles. I appreciate it. So anyway, let's get back to the video. I just wanted to drop that little bit of information out as we watch this.
Yep.
Let's use a thermal imaging camera and seeing what we can see. This should actually be pretty interesting.
Oh wait, he's now all of a sudden he went to pay his respects, and now all of a sudden he decides out of the blue to use a thermal camera, and he happens to have his thermal camera with him. Oh my God, this is this is ominously ominous.
This is textbook Zach Bagans.
Yes, it's textbook Zach Bagans. People record everything now, though. I get that tier. But does everybody carry a thermal camera with them?
I know I don't. I have one, but I don't carry it with me to pay respects to the dead.
Right? So here he is using his thermal imaging.
This thing is awesome. I think I'm the only one. Ooh, that was weird. I don't know if that was me, but I think I saw. You know what's weird? Look at the top window to the right. That one's the only one that it looks like there's something behind it. What is unnerving is that you don't see anything. Look at that. I am literally getting a heat signature right in front of that window. Like someone's standing there.
Oh my God.
Alright, so right now this video footage is only just so I can get a high definition footage. I'm going to be recording with a different camera on my thermal imaging because unfortunately I can't take the videos off of it. So this is just to show you that both windows are open. That's the window that I was seeing weird movement from. And apparently these two rooms, what I just read online, was the two little girls' rooms. What the hell is that? What is that?
Oh my God, real quick guys, what the hell is that? What is that? That right there is a textbook Zach Bagans comment right there. If that isn't out of the How to Ghost Hunting for Dummies with by Zach Bagans, I don't know what is.
Yeah.
Does that look?
It kind of pisses me off because part of me thinks that there is some legitimacy to this story, and I hate that he is blatantly trying to fake something that could very well possibly be there. Like there could actually be something in that house, and he's trying to fake it until he makes it.
Yeah, exactly.
And it pisses me off, to be completely honest.
Yeah, and see, everyone's now seeing it as well. So I've got to paused on a good point. He's seeing something right here in the window, guys. Now, for those of you who don't know, he said that windows are open. Maybe a cat got in. That is possible. Still, cat. Here's another thing. Notice that it's green. Okay, if you're gonna do ghost hunting, understand how to read a thermal imaging camera.
Yep.
Anything with blue is cold. Anything with green is a little bit warmer than the blue, and then it goes up to the to the yellow, and then it goes into the red. Okay, so when something's red, you're getting heat. So this red area right here, that's hot. This door here is hot. This area right here at the gutter is hot. Okay, this green is somewhat warm, but yet somewhat cold, and you get a little heat right here on the edge of the window from the outside. So he's not getting a heat signature. He is getting a somewhat of a cold signature, but that shows he doesn't understand his thermal imaging. So shouldn't it be blue since they're cold? Yes, they're dead. There should not be a heat signature. It should be a cold signature. The heat signature would come from a human, a living being would show up as red, a red, yellow, and a green. Ghost would show up as a blue and a whitish blue, some shade of blue, not a heat signature. Just so you know that, because that's the reason why when you feel ghosts and stuff, you're gonna feel the cold. Oh my God, I got a floating burst of cold right here. Here it's warm. Here it's warm, but right here it's cold. Okay, if you feel cold, you're feeling paranormal activity, not warmth, but cold. So, just to give y'all a hint on that right there. Maybe they want to be a real boy. Oh my God, they want to be a real boy. Okay. Anyway, let's get back to the video, guys. Let's get back to the video. Just pointing things out.
Head in their hand, holding against the window. Look, and now it's changing. There it goes. What the hell am I seeing?
You're seeing a damn window, motherfucker.
Again, this is coming straight from an infrared perspective. Look, it looks like somebody else just came in on the far left.
This was not supposed to be even a video. It was just a place that I came to visit. However, what I saw on the thermal I thought would be interesting to show you guys. I came here to drop off a bear. And I actually put the bear over here because it's like a little memorial here.
So did Franco TV possibly capture the ghosts of Shannon and her children on camera by accident? Did the police officers capture footage of the family trying to reach out from beyond? Let me know what you think. You can watch Frank.
Okay, we're going to pause it there because we're getting ready to go to the next one. So, hang on one second here, guys. I had to scratch my head for a second. The hat's a little stiff on me with the headphones. So what do y'all, Waffle Messiah, what is up? What is up, Waffle? What is up? Want to stop by and say hi before I play with skills? No problem. So anyway, that said, what do y'all guys think about what you guys saw? Do you have any opinions as to what you saw or anything like that? This was not supposed to be a video, but I brought all kinds of equipment. I'm good and tired as fuck. I got you, Waffle. I got you. We'll get some rest when you can. But yeah, exactly, Tabitha. As you said, him having that equipment just out of the blue, no opinions, just happy to see it all. Got you, Spartan. But yeah, it's just too suspicious for him to have all this equipment just happen to be there, you know. So yeah, I like the Monday night show. Thank you. I love my Monday night shows too. So it just seems too suspicious that he randomly comes to pay homage to people he doesn't know, and he has his equipment with him, and he's streaming to Patreon, him paying homage to people he doesn't know. That seems too overly suspicious. Now, the footage that he captured. Yes, we understand that he doesn't know how to read a thermal imaging by calling it a heat signature. It's not a heat signature. It was a cold signature. I will go so far as to say the cold signature that I saw does look fairly legit. It did, like, I couldn't tell if it was a little girl, but I could tell a larger similar object coming into view at the last second that could have been the little girl looking out the window and the mother coming in. but it wasn't well defined enough for me to discern if that really was a body. But there was two objects that looked similar of different sizes. I can say there were two objects, two cold objects, not two hot objects, two cold objects coming into view, and they look like the same type of figure or object of different sizes. Hellfire?
Yeah, I'll agree with what you say. Personally, I think if it was a ghost, it would have been blue and not green.
It would have been more blue, exactly.
So if anything, I think he had somebody in the house, and he just pretended like he couldn't go in the house. If that was the case, because if somebody was in the house with, let's just say, a jacket on and gloves, it would put off a slightly warmer infrared signal on the camera, but it wouldn't put off as much heat as their body would if they didn't have something blocking their body heat.
Because it would cover up the heat, and you would see a little bit of the heat, but because it's shielding the actual heat.
Exactly.
Yes.
So for me, if it was something there, I'm leaning more towards it being staged and fake, because it's not what it should be if it's a ghost. But personally, I'm throwing the entire video out. The entire thing looks staged. The entire thing looks fake. I'm not throwing the EVP out. I'm gonna leave that as a possibility if it had an actual intelligent investigator to do an investigation, and not some jackass that clearly doesn't know what the fuck he's doing. I'm putting it in my box of possibility of hauntings, but his whole video, I'm throwing it in the garbage, because that's what it is.
Yes, exactly. He's known for most of you that watch my my Monday night shows. They show him quite a lot on Nuke's Top 5s. If you do your research, Franco TV, he's known for faking shit. Okay. Now, Cellcat brings up a really good point that that I'm going to talk about. Cellcat says that maybe the sun was shining on the one window from an angle from time before the footage. Now, there could be a dresser or something in there, and the sun was shining down on it, warming up an object just enough that it gave off just enough heat signature to show up.
Yep.
So there is that. So again, nothing paranormal. So because it's nothing paranormal, and instead being it's something that can somewhat be debunked to some degrees as either being fake, because we know Franco TV's fake, or natural weather shining in on the video guys. What is rule number 1, Hellfire?
Yeah, when in doubt, throw it out.
There we go. So there's doubts. We're gonna throw his video out. Now, again, the EVP on the K9 Police video, that is a different thing. I'm still, like Hellfire said, I'm still 50-50. Because I have a doubt, I have to throw it out. But that is more substantial of evidence than anything I've seen on a Nuke 5s so far ever.
Exactly.
That is the closest to more substantial, closer to being actual legit shit. But because I don't have enough information to go on, it's hard for me to discern anything, and I have to throw it out.
Yeah, I can't throw it out because there's enough there that with more evidence it could prove to be something.
Yes.
But I cannot take it solely on the EVP and say, yeah, this is a haunting, because there's not enough evidence with just that to say it one way or the other.
Exactly. Let's move on to the next, ladies and gentlemen.
Franco's full video about the Watts family house over on his YouTube channel. If you see a video that you think would be perfect for the top 5, or if you have a ghost hunting channel and you caught something great, contact me at nukestop5@gmail.com.
If you have something that you want to submit to Nuke's Top 5, before you send it to Nuke's Top 5, send it to RetroActive at Twitch. He could use the videos a little bit more, and he'll actually do a better job than what Nuke's Top 5 does. So please, if you got videos of what you think are haunted videos, please feel free to send them. Ladies and gentlemen, on a serious note, if you have videos that you think are paranormal of any kind and you want to know and you want them to be diagnosed, please send me any video that you are iffy about. Tabitha has already sent me some pictures, and I've actually discussed them with her in private, and we were able to talk about them. We were able to come to a conclusion on her pictures. We're not going to talk about it here, especially because I don't have the permission to be able to talk about it. But you know, she had some some pictures. She asked me questions about them, and we talked about them. If you have videos or pictures, send them to me. If they're good enough, I'll air them on my episodes. So don't forget, I want your ghost pictures and ghost videos if you've got them. Let's get back to the videos.
The least amusing park. In Veracruz, Mexico, there is an old abandoned amusement park called Reno Mexico that has a backstory right out of a horror movie. You see, back in 1985, this amusement park was built right over the top of an old graveyard. Not surprisingly, many people believe the old abandoned park to be cursed. People claim to have seen spirits walking the park grounds. And even creepier, it is said that the park's disturbing old statue of Snow White actually moves on its own late at night. In fact, many visitors to the park claim to have caught the Reno Mexico statue blinking, including this video that went viral back in 2009. Others say that the Snow White statue's eyes follow you as you move around the park, as if it's just watching you. Popular Mexican urban explorer and occasional ghost hunter Eder Hernandez and his friends explored the Reno Mexico theme park on 2 separate occasions.
We're gonna before we move on, we're gonna pause that. Okay, so let's talk about K-Bear. What is up? What is up? What is up? Hello, hello, hello. So let's talk about that statue with the blinking eyes. Hellfire. What did that look legit, or did that look post production?
To me personally, it looked post-production.
Yeah.
The statue looks creepy as fuck.
Oh, it does.
I'm
it does.
I'm not denying that, but the blinking looked post-production.
Yeah, I was about to say, I'll give the that amusement park, especially being made on a cemetery, that looks eerie and creepy as fuck. Perfect setting for a horror movie, guys. No joke.
Yep.
But yeah, that one video, I don't know what's about to go on to this next video, but that one clip of the blinking eyes, to me, as someone who does filmmaking and does post-production type stuff, it looks fake. That one clip looked fake as fuck.
Yep.
So let's move back on.
Some very creepy and disturbing footage. As soon as the group arrives outside the park, things take a bizarre turn. Something seems to be jumping through the trees.
Vean mi gente.
K-Bear said, "Hey, Hellfire."
¿Estás grabando, bueno? Verga, arriba del... ¿Ya viste, güey? Un pájaro.
They can't see what it is, but they decide that it must just be a large bird. But whatever it is, it just doesn't seem to reflect light.
Graba, güero. Ahí, como... ¿No te da la luz, verga?
After they enter the park, they decide to check out the supposedly haunted Snow White statue in the park's center. And this is when things get truly bizarre.
Esa es la famosa muñeca que se... Esa es la Blancanieves que supuestamente se mueve y...
Pues aquí está la famosa, claro que sí, la famosa. Blancanieves, que parece que se le sacaron el cerebro los culeros. No tiene un hoyo en el brazo y... La verga, tiene cara diabólica, cabe mencionar, bandita. Cabe mencionar. Pero a ver... No, pero vete a la verga.
Quiero voltear para allá.
A ver, verga, muévete, cara de verga. Hay que provocarla.
No.
Que Carlos no quiere voltear, güey.
Esto no se juega.
Hijo de su puta madre.
Eder tries to taunt the spirit that allegedly possesses the statue, trying to provoke some sort of movement. But when he gets his wish, he's a bit freaked out. As they continue to tour the abandoned amusement park, Eder and his crew start to see odd mists and shadows.
Esa madre, verga. Mira, güey. Mira, güey, vete a la verga, güey. No te pases de verga, güey. No te pases. ¿Qué es eso, güey? Pues yo qué verga voy a saber. Mira. Güey, pero no huele a humo, güey. ¿Como nieve?
Mira. Como pueden ver, aquí está el campo de fútbol. Bueno, no lo pueden ver, mi gente, porque al chile está reo. ¡A la verga! ¡No mames, güey! Verga, ¿qué fue? Vete a chingar tu madre, güey. A su puta madre, güey. Había alguien ahí atrás, te lo juro, güey. ¿Neta? Ah, que es mamada. Te lo juro por Dios, vete a la verga. No, te lo juro, güey. Pasaron como... ¿cuánto? 5 minutos. Para que me pudiera tranquilizar, les voy a decir lo que vi. Vi a una mujer, era mujer, silueta de mujer, aquí parada. Al chile.
Now, Eder's sighting wasn't caught on camera, so it's easy to simply dismiss it as fake. However, Eder and his crew did record something absolutely chilling that they didn't even realize. A frightening encounter was later pointed out by viewers. Now watch closely as Eder and his team walk through the bleacher seating area, right beside the spot where Eder claimed to see the silhouette of a woman.
Bueno, mi gente, aquí estamos en las gradas. No sé, ando ciego yo. Yo nomás veo como que... Pero bueno, mi gente, estamos aquí en las gradas.
Did you see it? As Eder and his friends walk by the seating area, the figure of a woman seems to be sitting in one of the upper bleachers. Even creepier, as they pass, Eder switches back to his camera view, and in less than a second, the same figure now seems to be seated behind them, now on the complete opposite side of the bleachers. So did Eder Hernandez catch a hard
Okay, so let's talk about that real quick, ladies and gentlemen. Hellfire, what did you think?
The entire thing looked staged.
Yeah, it looked like they had somebody on one thing, and when they went to the second video, someone moved over to the other area. It looked like somebody in some white clothes. So it looked staged to me. Anybody else?
The smoke could have been maybe they threw a cigarette down,
or the cold night warm breath,
or maybe I thought a cold night at first, but then I was like, I would be seeing breath while they're all running their mouth and breathing heavy and talking, and I wasn't seeing that, so I ruled that out. But I do think that was something they created on purpose for the video.
Yeah, and see, like Leather Rebel's saying, she's like, they're just taking advantage of the fact that a lot of crazy paranormal things happen in Mexico and New Mexico. Yep. Yes, exactly, Leather Rebel. And see, Tabitha thinks that it's staged. So yeah, I think it's staged. Everything that I've seen has so far been a lot of post-production bullshit. A lot of it has been, you know, placing someone somewhere. Someone could have been laying down in the dark. Exactly, could have been a bum or something on the street, a homeless female or homeless male out there, and they just happened to film her and someone else smoking. Exactly. Now, New Mexico, yes, they actually have a lot of paranormal. I want to say that New Mexico and Mexico have almost equal amount of paranormal activity as North Carolina.
It's close, yeah.
Because for at least for America, ladies and gentlemen, North Carolina has the oldest and most recorded paranormal activity. Dating back, of course, to Lost Colony, but New Mexico is somewhere neck and neck with them, Mexico and New Mexico. So definitely, did I miss this? That this was in New Mexico? No, it's in Mexico. I was just saying New Mexico because New Mexico and Mexico are right near each other. So I was just saying that because in New Mexico, they have Roswell, New Mexico, home of aliens. Yep. So a lot of shit happens in New Mexico as well as Mexico. So I was just throwing Mexico in, you know, because they're right near each other. That's all. No, this was in Mexico, not New Mexico. This is in New Mexico. So I just want to throw Mexico out there. See, I believe that for sure. Yeah, right. So Hellfire, go ahead and get your stream ready.
Yeah, I'm already working on it in the background.
Okay, good. North Carolina is creepy as fuck. Right. Me and Hellfire, my buddy Monk, who's in here, hopefully. I live right now, guys, in North Carolina. I have been to actual paranormal places, the Lost Colony, the Nag's Head Woods. I've been to the Kitty Hawk ghost. There's a female from our hometown. I won't say where my hometown is, but her ghost, she died in Kitty Hawk, even though she's from my town, because she went to Kitty Hawk to get a painting made for her husband. She got sick and died in Kitty Hawk, and the doctor took her painting of her and kept it, and her ghost wanders the shores of Kitty Hawk looking for her painting. Okay, so there's that. There's the Devil's Tromping Ground in Greensboro, North Carolina. A lot of you hear about ghost railroad tracks where it gets pushed clean. Everyone says, oh, it's in this location. Oh, it's in this location. Oh, it's in that location. And they have videos to prove it's all over. The first recorded train tracks of kids dying and pushing it clear of the railroad tracks is not in other locations, even though they will say it's in those other locations. The first recorded of the paranormal activity of kids pushing ghost kids pushing across the road tracks is in North Carolina. There is a lot. Lizzie Borden, believe it or not, Lizzie Borden is in North Carolina, ladies and gentlemen. So there's North Carolina has the most recorded paranormal activity, Virginia being a close second. We should go to some Indian reservations areas. There are some hiking areas by San Diego. When we come there, Leather Rebel, you and Tabitha and Blastbit can take us to all the places you can possibly take us, and I'll bring my gear, and we can all use my gear, and I'll teach you guys how to use that gear. Hey Bear, what's up, girly? Hey Leather Rebel, awesome. I'm researching, dude. Awesome. So any of you out there, once I start this, once I can get the money to be able to pay for the travel, guys, I want to go to you streamers, okay, and do paranormal investigation on your streams on Sunday nights, and then we'll do we'll show the evidence findings on my stream on Monday nights, okay? It's a good way for you to have content on your own personal streams, okay? And learn how to do investigation, have some cool stuff for your shows, and give me content from my shows on Monday. So it's a way to free advertisement for you. I'm trying to give you guys content for your own stuff, for YouTubes and stuff like that you can put on there and get advertisement for your show. So my ghost hunting is a way to give you guys advertisement in yourself. So as soon as I can get the money to start traveling, know that I want to go to you guys' places, and we can do some cooking, and I'll cook for you guys when I come there. Any of y'all, I'll be glad to cook for you guys, and y'all can show me your paranormal areas, and we'll do some investigation. Me and my husband have been to some places where we're getting ready for you. Awesome. See, there we go. We can have ourselves a nice long vacation to you guys and make some anime convention, comic conventions, and paranormal activity, and food cooking, and the likes. We got some major content we got right there. So definitely. Hey, yeah, barbecue at my place. See, I have a cooking show that I want to bring back. I had it on YouTube when I was a YouTube partner. Ladies and gentlemen, for 5 years, I was a YouTube partner. Still am a YouTube partner, but I kind of slacked off on my YouTube content. I had a cooking show called Grills Gone Wild. Let me type it into the stream real quick. Grills Gone Wild. So I had a show like that. I would love to bring it back. This would be the perfect opportunity to bring Grills Gone Wild back. So yeah, a lot of content for you guys, and for me, and for Hellfire. With that said, I have something to show you guys. I'm gonna install an image right now. I'm working on creating a paranormal investigation team of my own, and Hellfire came up with the name of it.
You can still hear me, correct, Retro?
Yes, I can.
Okay, good.
I'm about to show them the image. All right, guys, there we go, right there. Let me shrink it down just a little bit so y'all can see it. But yeah, right there, ladies and gentlemen, RPRS, Reapers, okay, is the Retro Paranormal Research Society. I am going to create an actual paranormal group, guys. I'm going to be pulling a lot of you guys in. The reason for this is very soon I'm going to grab those of you that I pull in to be my paranormal society. You'll be able to do some investigating in your area. I'm going to get you guys some gear. And those of you who are members will get some of this gear that I give you that you can do your own paranormal investigation without me. Send me the footage to put here on the stream. However, once I start my ghost hunting, one of the cool things that I'm going to be doing is 12 episodes, 1 year, or on Halloween, don't know which. I'm going to be doing either a 1 year anniversary ghost hunting stream or a Halloween special where I have money saved up, and I will not touch this money because this money that I saved up is specifically for this event. I'm gonna take a certain amount of you with me, travel everything to Waverly Sanitarium, one of the most haunted locations out there. You can look it up. It is, let me type it in here. Waverly Sanitarium. It is one of the most haunted places. I have been there twice, okay, and I've only investigated 2 rooms, okay, and there's a lot of rooms, and I would love to be able to investigate the whole thing, okay. You're going to scare the ghosts away, right? But the cool thing is I plan to take all of you with me. We're going to go in teams, and we're going to go to every single place, and we're going to investigate everything there, okay? And create content for my Monday night stream. But the cool thing is you guys can keep the footage that you film and stuff like that for your own streams, okay? And you, Tiffany and I will have to take you to the sanitarium near us. Awesome. I'm all for it. With you being members of RPRS Reapers, guys, you don't have to have a paranormal stream of your own, but anything that we film, you're more than welcome to use on your stream as long as you post that image, which I will give you on your stream. Be like, hey, ladies and gentlemen, thank you for being on my stream. I'm a member of Reapers. You know, it's a ghost hunting society. I want to show you some of the cool videos that I showed for Retro's Monday night streams, and you got content now. Paranormal ghost hunting content that you can use on your own personal streams and YouTubes and Instagrams and Twitters and whatnot. So I'm trying to create stuff to give you guys content for your own streams as well. So that's the whole purpose. Is I'm all about stream love. I'm all about increasing you guys' views as well as mine. By me helping you guys, I'm helping myself. Yes, okay, it's a little selfish, but I'm trying to do my best to advertise you guys. That's the reason why I do shout outs. That's the reason why me going to do streams on your own stream on Sunday nights, doing the live ghost hunting on your streams, and then doing the findings on mine. It's a way to advertise you. Little long. I gotta shorten that up, guys. That's a little long. Eon Rock and Rolla, Stream Demons, thanks for the shout out to the Stream Demons horns up. K Bear, thank you for the bits. But anyway, yes, I have forms and applications and stuff that I'm working on, so I will be getting a hold of a lot of you. I will be asking any of you who want to join, if you want to be a part of the of this stuff. No, it's okay. It's okay. I appreciate it, K Bear. Do not feel bad. No bad at all. It's a good thing. It's a good thing. It's all good. It's all positive. Stream love. I'm all about stream love. It's all good stuff. But I will be making it, getting a hold of you, a lot of you guys. So if you're in Stream Demons and you want to be a part of Reapers, once I post, I'll be posting a status. Hey, look, if you want to be a part of Stream of Reapers, here's the link to the application. Make sure you fill it out. So just heads up, any of those of you out who want to delve into ghost hunting more and become a ghost hunter, I will train you more in depth and get you all the images and the forms and stuff like that to be a part of it. Hunters wanted, pretty much. Eon Rock and Roller, The Reapers is Retro Paranormal Research Society. I'm going to be starting an actual paranormal group. I'll be getting, since I do have Ghost Stop as my paranormal sponsors, guys, make sure you go to the link below. Check them out. Get 10% off your purchases. I will be collecting the stuff that I get from them that they give me for free. I've already got a lot of gear. I'll be giving you guys gear as well. Anyway, it is that time. Please, everybody, do not leave, okay? I am about to go raid a demon as always. It's all about stream love. Stay with the stream for 5 minutes, okay? If you don't like the streamer, you're more than welcome to leave. But please stay for 5 minutes. Show some stream love, because every single one of y'all out there is a streamer yourself. You know what it's like to get views, to get raids, to get, you know, people. Let's show some stream love. Let's make people's nights. And I love each and every one of you. Let me. Are you ready?
We are live, yes.
Okay, so we are going to raid, as always, Hellfire, guys. So let's show him some love. Hashtag raid, hashtag retroactive, and hashtag stream demons. As always, I love each and every one of you. Thank you, thank you, thank you.